Last month, Carton reported the results of the folding carton carbon footprint study 2023. The results were very encouraging, showing a 24% reduction of carbon emissions in the time from 2018 to 2020. Today, we want to discuss Lari Oksala, the Sustainability Manager of Metsä Board, to hear about some precise actions that one of the Carton members, Metsä Board, took in order to achieve these very encouraging results. Lari, I read on your website about the Metsä Board roadmap, a very transparent way of showing to the public the activities you do. Can you just share with our audience a few background, a little bit more background on the Metsä Board roadmap?
Yes, definitely. So Metsä Board's roadmap is based on our sustainability targets 2030. Our targets range from safeguarding biodiversity, mitigating climate change and reducing emissions to social responsibility and sustainable supply chain. The roadmap that is available on our sustainability webpage describes our journey to achieve fossil-free production by the end of 2030 and reduce processed water use by 35%. So it's important for us to be transparent and openly report on our progress.
These are very ambitious targets, a 35% reduction per product ton of water. Can you give us some very precise examples where you already realized the first steps?
First of all, I would like to note that this is a topic that we have been working for a long time. Since 2009, Metsä Board had reduced its fossil CO2 emissions, both scope 1 and 2, by 64% per product ton and reduced processed water use by 30%. Currently, fossil-free energy accounts for 87% of our total energy consumption. Concrete emission reduction examples that have taken place since the setting of our new targets have been stopping the use of peat in our Kyro folding boxboard mill in energy production, as well as heavily reducing peat use in Simpele, another folding boxboard mill. We have also significantly increased the amount of fossil-free electricity that we purchase.
I saw that 2022, there were some significant investments you did in your Husum mill in Sweden and in your Kemi mill in Finland. Can you just share with our audience a bit more on these two projects?
Well, both of these investments play a notable role towards our 100% fossil-free production. The new recovery boiler and turbine in Husum pulp mill started up at the end of 2022, and thanks to the latest technology and processes, the mill's bio-based energy production will increase, and the mill integrates electricity self-sufficiency will amount to over 80%. What comes to Kemi mill, Metsä Fibre is about to start a new bioproduct mill producing pulp and other bioproducts as well as renewable energy at the third quarter of 2023. We at Metsä Board Kemi have started our own development program to renew our white kraftliner production line. The development program will reduce the Kemi paperboard mill's water consumption by about 40% and energy consumption about 5% per ton of paperboard produced.
Very impressive results, very impressive details and insights to share here. What are the most notable highlights in your progression?
Yes, so I would say that really the reduction of peat use in Kyro and Simpele folding board mills have been the highlights of our progress so far. Peat that was used has been now replaced with renewable biomass from forestry side streams.
How many plants have you successfully transitioned to fossil-free fuels up to date?
The transition to fossil-free is more of a stepwise process. Our actions and investments are categorized in 4 areas, also in the roadmap that we have published. So switching the remaining fossil fuels used in our power plants, processes, and as backup, as well as purchasing of heat and electricity.
And how has this impacted your carbon footprint?
According to our evaluation, already since 2019, we have seen a reduction of 30% in the carbon footprints of our paperboard supplied from Kyro, and 26% reduction in Metsä Board classic folding box FBB that is manufactured in our Simpele mill. Of course, carbon footprint does not only cover our operations, but also our value chain. In addition to our own efforts, we are in active discussion with our suppliers like chemical producers to receive product-specific third-party verified data instead of using database factors in our assessments.
So you're really looking at your entire supply chain, also involving the suppliers and of course also reporting towards the customers. What other benefits have you noted from this transition?
So we hear positive feedback from our customers. The actions that we do directly contribute to our customers' value chain related emission reduction targets. Fossil-free energy can also bring financial savings. As our mills progress towards fossil-free fuels, we are in a better position, for example, within the EU emission trading system.
Very, very interesting. How do you continue to evaluate your progress? This is a journey. This is continuing. So what are the concrete steps you do to evaluate the progress?
Well, we evaluate and report publicly our progress on quarterly basis. What comes to our Scope 1 emissions, progress on energy efficiency, as well as progress in reducing processed water use. We update our roadmap, carbon footprints, and life cycle assessments annually.
Okay, so we talked about suppliers, we talked about customers. Let's talk a little bit about Metsä Board itself and your employees. How did you involve your employees in this Metsä Board roadmap?
Well, one of Metsä Board's strategic goals is to be leader in sustainability, and related to this, all of our employees related bonus targets. The results of our actions are regularly reported to our personnel in the quarterly reviews, as well as in the information sessions that our top management arranges for the whole personnel. Having followed the roadmap for some time already, we can see that achieving results have been somewhat easier in the beginning, and we see that, of course, the last steps will always be the most challenging ones to take. However, the employees have also seen the progress that has been made and are therefore motivated, and they are additionally encouraged to come up with their own ideas for further improvement.
I can very well imagine. How was the response that you received from your employees when you made this become part of the bonus program?
Well, employees see the benefit of this. A company like Metsä Board that wants to invest in the future sends clear positive message to employees and other stakeholders. And as already earlier mentioned, customers see this also positively, as our actions help them achieving their own sustainability targets, such as reducing their own environmental impacts and getting alternatives to replace plastics in some of their end uses.
So we can really see this as an activity where you involve all the stakeholders in your entire value chain. A great example. Just as a few summarizing words, Lari, what were the key things that you would like our audience to take away from the Metsä Board road?
Well, we have already managed to make quite some changes and improvements towards our set targets, and these are visible in our interactive roadmap. The work to achieve the set sustainability targets requires management decisions and support, as well as involving the whole personnel in the process. Open communication on activities and regular status updates with both internal and external stakeholders is important. Encouraging rethinking and developing new ways to operate, both from our own personnel as well as for external stakeholders, enables the development of new technical solutions and operating models.
Thank you very much, Lari Oksala, Sustainability Manager of Metsä Board. Lari shared with us some key steps, some key initiatives that Metsä Board took in order to go on the roadmap towards carbon neutrality. Our industry managed to reduce the carbon emission by 24% in the years from 2018 to 2021. We will not stop there. We will continue to take initiatives to further reduce the carbon footprint of carton board and folding cartons for the industry. This was one example. We will continue to share examples of Pro-Carton members. Thank you very much, Larry, for taking the time to sharing with our audience the concrete steps Metsä Board took. Thank you very much.